So welcome to the video. So in this video we are going to solve another weighted average cost of capital. So this question has been asked in December 2017. So we look at how this question works. So they're asking us calculate the after tax weighted average cost of capital of TCO on a market value basis. So that's what they're asking. We'll look at like what are the things that have to be found out. The following SOFP information relates to Tufa, a company listed on a large stock market which pays corporation tax at a rate of 30%, and this is their share capital. This is the nominal values. They have retained earnings. They have non-current liability, which is long-term borrowings. Then they have current liabilities, then total liabilities. So what are the long-term sources of finance? Share capital and the long-term borrowings are the two long-term finance. So the share capital of the company, this 17 million, is split into consists of 12 million of ordinary shares and 5 million of irredeemable preference shares. So this 17 is like broken up into 12 and 15. And they also say the ordinary shares of Tufa Co have a nominal value of 50 cents per share and ex-dividend market price of 7.07 per share and a cum dividend market price of 7.52. So they have given us the cum price and the X price, and the dividend for 2007 will be paid in the near future. So they are saying that the dividend will be paid in the near future. Dividends paid in recent years have been follows. So from 2006 to 2003 they have given. So 2007 dividend they have not given. I think we have to find it out. The 5% preference shares of Tufa Co have a nominal value of $0.5 per share and an ex-dividend market price of 0.31 per share. So we have the market value also. The long-term borrowings of Tufa Co consists of 10 million loan notes and a 3 million bank loan. So this 13 is like broken up into 10 million of loan notes and 3 million of bank loans. The bank loan has a variable interest rate. So as the bank loan has a variable interest rate, we can say that it is a short-term finance. So we don't need to consider this 3 million while calculating the WACC. The 7% loan notes have a nominal value of 100 per loan note and a market price of 102.3. Annual interest has just been paid and the loan notes are redeemable in 4 years time at a 5% premium to the nominal value. So we have all the information that is required to work out the sum. So we'll start. So requirement A, there's only one single requirement here, and we'll start with the market value weighted average cost of capital. So we need to do a table for it. So I have already done a table, so we'll take that. Okay, so we'll have the amount of loan, and this will be in million, and we have a working note, and we have proportion of that capital, so that we'll work it out, and we have the cost of the capital, and we have, so cost would usually be in a percentage. Then we have a working note, and we multiply the proportion and the cost together, and we'll get this. So that's about the table here. We'll start with the working notes. So in working notes, we'll start with the value of equity. So for value of equity, we have to find out the number of shares. Then we will find out the market price per share. So then we'll directly get the value of equity. We can get the value of equity. So the number of shares would be like equaling. There are like totally 17 million. Out of that, 12 million is the nominal value of shares, but each share has a nominal value of 0.5. So this will give us the number of shares. So the number of shares is 20 million. And what's the market price per share? The market price is the ex dividend market price, so that is 7.07 per share. So if we multiply both, we'll get the value. So it's 169.7. We can take that number, 169.68. So we got our equity value. So in the same way, we'll also find out the value for value of the second one, which is the irredeemable preference share. So we'll take it as irredeemable preference share. So we will work it out. I think in the same way we'll work it out. So first we have to find out the value. The total nominal value is 5 million, and each irredeemable share is having a value, nominal value of 0.5, and the ex-dividend market price of 0.31. So it is like the same this calculation. So we'll work out that irredeemable preference share value we have to find out. So we'll quickly find it out. So this number would be 5 million divided by the worth is 0.5 per share. It's given here 0.5 per share. So this is the million of shares. Each share is worth 0.31. So the value of irredeemable preference share comes to 3.1. And finally, we have to find out the value of the loan notes. Loan notes. Okay. So what would be the value of loan notes here? That's like very straightforward to find it out. So what we'll do is, we don't need to find out how many bonds are there. So first we'll get the nominal value. The nominal value of the bond is 10 million loan notes. So first we'll take that 10 million loan notes divided by the nominal value per loan note, that's 100, into the market price. The market price is 102.34, 2.34. So now we'll get the value. The value comes to, again this is in million, so it comes to, all these are in million only. Okay, it comes to 10.234. So we'll enter that number. It's 10.234. So we have got all the numbers. So this is working note number 1, 2 and 3. So we'll go to the calculation of the numbers of the cost. So the fourth one would be the KE. So we'll find out KE. So KE, there are like two methods to find. We are not sure like which method they are asking us. If you look at this problem, there is no CAPM information which is given here. So there's no RM, RF or beta. So CAPM method cannot be done. So we can work out through dividend formula. So there's also growth in dividend. So we'll take the growth in dividend formula and we will try to work it out. So what's the formula? It's D0 into 1 plus G divided by P0. The whole of this should be added with G. Okay, so that's how it works. So we'll get each of these numbers individually. First we'll try to get a D0. So D0 is equal to, what is the dividend which is like currently paid? The dividend that has been currently paid is the difference between these two numbers. Okay, so we have to work it out. It will be 7.52, which is including the price, including the dividend, and ex dividend is 7.07, the price which excludes the dividend. So that comes to 0.45. So D0 is 0.45. We got that. We have to get P0. Let's see whether we get the P0 number. So P0 is equal to the ex dividend share price. Okay, that is what we have to take, and that comes to 7.07. 0.07. So we got that too. And finally we have to get the G. The G is the growth in dividend. So that is not available here, and that we have to find out. So how do we find out G? To find out G, there are two ways. Okay, G is growth in dividend, and there are two ways to find it. One is Gordon method and the other one is the historical growth rate method. We have to take the growth rate method, okay, or the CAGR method. So we have all that numbers like perfectly given. So what is the G? The formula for G works like this. So we have to take nth root. Okay, we have to take nth root, or we can put like this: the latest dividend divided by the oldest dividend. Okay, you get this answer. Once you get this answer, you have to take the power of 1 divided by n. So once you do that, you will get the G. So after you have done this, you have to convert this into a percentage. So -1 you put, you will get a percentage number. So we'll do this. So first we'll get the latest dividend. See, the latest dividend is not 2006 dividend, which is 0.43. The latest dividend is this dividend, okay, 0.45. So we'll take that. So it is 0.45 minus the oldest dividend is 0.37. Sorry, it's not minus, it's divide. It's divide by 0.37. Okay. Once this has been done, then we have to take a power. So the power works like this: 1 divided by n. So what is n? N in this formula is, how many years are there? 3 to 4 is 1 year, 4 to 5 is second year, 5 to 6 is third year, and 6 to 2007, this is 2000 dividend, 7 dividend, so that is the fourth year. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, so take 1 by n is 4 here. So close the bracket and you will get the answer. We have to put an equal symbol and we'll get the answer. So the answer comes to like this. From this answer you have to deduct 1, okay, because the -1 is in the formula. -1, we'll arrive at an answer of 0.05. okay, we'll arrive at that, or we can also tell it as 5%. okay, so 5% is a G, so we can take that 5% of G here. Okay, we got a G. So now we'll apply these numbers to this formula and we'll try to find out the KE. So we'll work out the KE here, or we'll work out the KE here. So KE will be D0, which is 0.45 into 1 plus G. 1 plus G will be 1.05. We have to multiply that. Okay, divided by divided by P0. P0 is 7.07. So we have to divide by this, and this entire answer we have to add the G. So first let's see whether we get the answer for this. Yes, we got. So we'll add the G at the end. So G at the end will be 5%. So 0.05. okay, don't put it as 5%, you won't get the answer. Put it as 0.05, you'll get the answer. So we will see, and that comes to 0.12 or 12%. okay, so KE is 12%. okay, so we got our KE. So we take this KE and we put it here. KE is 12. So next is to find out our KP. What is the formula for KP? The formula works like dividend divided by market value. So you can either do this in a single share value, or you can do it as a whole value. Whichever you have, you can do it. So first we will find out the value. So it is a 5 million irredeemable preference share, but we don't know what is the interest. So interest is given here. It's a 5% value on the normal value of 0.5. So dividend is declared on this only. And we also have the share price. So we'll work out. So if you take the dividend is equal to, we'll put it here, will be equaling 5% of the nominal value. The nominal value is 0.5. So we'll get the answer here. So that is 0. Okay, it's 0.025, and we'll get the market value. So the market value will be, we got it here, it's 0.31. So we'll get the KP. So our KP will be, numerator is this, denominator is this, and multiply by 100, you will get it as a, multiplied by 100, you will get the answer. It comes to 8.065. Our KE, if you look at our KE has been like, is actually this number. So our KE, if we calculate, it should be like coming to 11.7%. Okay, so this number is 11.7. It's not 12. So we'll work it out. That's 11.7. So the next one is to find out the loan notes. So that would be our KD. So KD is after tax, and it's after tax. So if you look at here, it is a redeemable loan note. So if it's a redeemable loan note, we have to find out IRR. We have no other choice. So we have to have a format for it. Format, we have already done a format. We'll just paste it here. So we have to get the cash flows. So the cash flow is current market value. So current market value of the bond is 102.34. So it is a negative number. So the next one is interest after tax. So the interest is, we have to work it out. Interest is 7% on the loan note, and the tax is 30%. So we'll work it out. Interest is 7% into 1 minus 0.3, or 30% is the tax rate. So we got 4.9. So 4.9 is the after tax interest. So what is the redemption value? Redemption value is annual interest has just been paid, and the loan notes are redeemable in 4 years time at a premium of 5%. So the loan note is nominal value is 100, and redemption is at 5% premium, so it comes to 105. So the discount factor, we'll take it as 6% and 4%. We will find it out. So if it's at 6%, it will be 1. Okay, the discount value is 1. And for this 4.9, okay, this occurs for how many years? It occurs for the first year to the 4 years. Okay, it occurs for these many years. So we have to look at the table and get the numbers. So if we look for an annuity factor 6% for 4 years, it comes to 3.465, and the discount factor comes to, for 4 years, 0.792. Okay, and the annuity factor for 4% for 4 years, it comes to 3.63. And the discount factor for 4% for 4 years comes to 0.855. So we have got all the numbers. Our job is to just multiply the cash flow into the discount factor. You will get the answer. Copy paste, done. Again, cash flow into discount factor, you got the value. Again, copy paste, you got it. So now we will find out the IRR. So the IRR formula works like this. It's a low discount factor, so 4 plus, okay, so this 4 has to be added, 4 plus the NPV at a low discount factor, so it's 5.22 divided by, again, low discount factor 5.22 minus 2.2, close the bracket, again close the bracket. So once you have done, you will get an answer for this. This is multiplied and the difference between the discount factor, so that will be 6 minus 4. Okay, so we'll solve it. So it's going to be 4. We'll solve this one. That comes to 0.4. So it's again into will be there and this will be 2. So we'll solve these two numbers. So that will come to okay. So we have to add this number with this. So that would be add this number and this number. So the answer comes to 5.4. So the KD after tax is 5.4. So we can use that number as our cost. So what's our working note number? Working note number 4, 5 and 6 were used. So first, now we'll find out the proportion. We have to get the sum. We got our sum. Now we have to get the proportion divided by 183. So we got the numbers. We have to just again and again repeat it. So the total answer should come to 1. So hopefully we got that. The answer comes to 1. And now we have to find out, the market value WACC. So multiply the proportion into the cost. That will give you the proportionate cost. Do the same for the next two items, and the market value of WACC will be the sum of these numbers. So that comes to 11.2%. So we'll check the answer. So that's right. So that is the right answer, 11.2%. So this is how you have to work. So find out the value of equity, preference share and loan notes. Then find out the KE, KP and the KD, and you can work it out. Okay. So that's about it. So that's about this video. We'll meet in the next video.